But real quick, I wanted to announce a very special event that the SSU Houses is getting ready to host, wherein we will be hosting a game jam the second week after spring break. The theme will be of your choosing, by which I mean we are hosting an art competition, and the winning piece will be used as the game jam theme. Submissions are already open. There's a channel in Discord. There's a format you have to follow, but it can be multimedia. It could be anything you want. We're not going to censor you. Skeksis said so. The only thing that we ask is that you just include some kind of theme or symbolism in the piece because, you know, it's game jam. We got to have something to work on. But please, please, please do not disclose the theme to anybody, not even your friends. We want it to be a surprise at the end of demos when you're like, this was what I was thinking, and this game was the most on theme, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. There's more details in the housing announcements channel. There's a channel already up for it, so as soon as you're ready, just pop that in there. E-board and house professors will decide. Just make sure they're in before March 10th. And jackpot's tomorrow night.
Are y'all ready? Because we have a start screen.
Well,
now, we didn't do anything past this, but there is a first level. Now, as you can see, our amazing art assets made by, I don't know, one of these two guys.
this guy and this guy. Yep. Mike. That's us.
There's a bubble on screen, so you can tell it's part of the good theme. We also got some birds. There's a question mark there, too. We got clouds, lightning. Oh, there comes the UFOs. Don't worry about them. They'll be there for a while. As we decided to make a one of those survive as long as you can, infinite scroller type games. And hey, I think you're supposed to actually try to get the power-ups.
That's what I'm doing.
So yeah, this is just kind of it. Forever. Until you die.
Yeah, 8,000 points.
Now, if you notice, when you die, it tells you that you've died. I think that's a pretty innovative feature. Because most games, you just die, and I mean, you know, then it's just the cold nothingness of the afterlife. Or rather, the lack thereof. We even added a no button, because we value your consent. Do you want to click it for the audience? It ends the game. Alrighty, I think that's about it. That's a nail.
Hello everyone, we are the Cows with Keyboard. We made the big cheese, which is not up, my apologies. So we'll go down the line and introduce ourselves one by one, what we did. So starting with Simon.
Hello everyone, my name is Simon, I did programming and stuff.
My name is Christopher, I did programming and stuff.
My name is Dustin, I did programming and stuff.
My name is Thomas, I did some of the 3 models and the map.
My name is Violet. I procured sound effects and implemented them, did programming and stuff, and had the original concept idea for the game. We have another team member who could not make it tonight, Trinity Bartholomew. She did all of our UI elements, I believe. Yeah, that's our team. So, this is our game, The Big Cheese. So the concept for our game is, who here knows about the American dairy industry and how it's propped up?
Cheese caves.
The cheese caves. America has caves upon caves upon caves full of cheese that they have gotten by subsidizing the dairy industry heavily. And what do you call it when a market is artificially propped up either by subsidies or hype? A bubble, an economic bubble.
Credits and then go music. So we don't get sued. There's music. It's from a text file. Cool. All right, cool. All the music is free use, classical, but it does say that it's free use.
Music playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going. There's a volume thing here.
All right. So, the game itself has quite a couple of components. There are a bunch of randomly generating autonomous agents in the background. Most of the programmers were seniors, actually all of them. And because of that, we were in the AI class, so Dr. Skaggs has to make AI. So one of the biggest important parts of it is the AI of the dairy farmers of themselves, which is made by Chris. So if you'd like to talk about the dairy farms.
So the dairy farms need to make milk, and to make milk, they need a lot of money. And so they make that money by selling milk, but by you purchasing the milk, because they can't possibly get enough money from just selling milk, because milk is basically worthless unless you heavily subsidize it. That's Dustin.
Yeah.
Dustin, say or is it Simon? Who made the buildings on fire?
I made the all light on fire. If you don't take care of the city, it will crumble, and then you will not get reelected.
So, as for the world itself, the city itself, or the world around it, is created by, I guess, a binary tree with a bunch of probabilities, taken apart by Dr. Whitaker. They weight or score the player, and then based on that, you kind of get weighted on what different asks or bubbles will appear, or like what's the chance of the dairy farmers asking for a subsidy, or what's the chance of them selling you cheese, or what's the chance for the city or suburbs asking for a subsidy. This will also go into their personal health. If they're low on health, then buildings sometimes catch on fire or degrade. The buildings, of course, created by Thomas. Also with like their degradation too, which is really cool. And then, of course, the suburbs, less things happen there because nothing ever happens in the suburbs. They're really boring. So, I guess about like different strategies with the game. Simon's been playing it quite a bit. So Simon, if you'd like to talk about certain strategies.
Right now, it's a little hard to see, but right now I'm in massive debt. $5 million in debt. That's okay. I can keep buying stuff. I want cheese I can sell. The strategy is this. You need to buy cheese, and you have this. This is your political meter. You need that to get to 100% by the end of each term. This is how much time is left in the term. When that runs out, if you don't have this at 100%, you lose. The main way that you get these points is by subsidizing farms. What this will do is it'll boost the dairy economy, and that will cause them to buy a bunch more cows and factories and stuff. You can see they have a ton right now. And then that will create a huge market, but because you're the main buyer, if you don't continue to buy dairy, the market will collapse. And if the market collapses, bad things happen. That's not what happened there. I just didn't take care of the city.
Tell them how much you got milk to cost.
So sometimes what will happen is if you keep buying milk, the expected demands will go so high that they'll start selling milk for like $8,000. And because you'll keep buying it, so the price of milk will skyrocket. And then you're buying like tiny amounts of cheese. And if you don't keep buying it, the market will collapse. The dairy markets will lose all their money, and then you'll lose the game. So you have to keep the bubble alive, or else you lose. That's the idea.
For reference, you cannot win the game if you ignore the dairy market. You can't win by being a good politician. You have to keep subsidizing the dairy market.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that we really missed is sometimes there's some random events. The text is pretty small, but right now it says breaking news, mayor elected. Are we screwed? Skull emoji. Every so often, some things will happen, like people are fleeing the city, unexpected news. People are entering the city, breaking news. Crime skyrocketing in the city. Who saw that one coming? And then mad cow disease. And of course, each of these have little effects with like the cost of cheese and the city health, and then certain things like that.
So I think zoom in onto one of the bubbles to show us some of the text on them so that people can see.
I guess
They stay the same size.
Well, whatever. I think that's really about it, though. So if you like to play games on the Global Game Jam website, try it out, see how long you last. I think the max amount of turns we got to was, what?
I got to like 4.
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty hard. It's pretty hard.
it is hard. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Any questions, I guess? That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm the main programmer behind the game Bobble the Turtle. I worked with my Air Force friend over in Florida who did all the art assets. He tried to do line art for this game. God bless his soul.
Hello, I was in charge of all the music and sound, which sadly we just have music.
I'm Luke Austin, by the way.
Brandon.
And this is our project. It's more of a tech demo than a full game. We didn't quite get to the levels, but GPU particles. There you go. Is the music playing?
It's playing through the projector up there. You can turn your volume up if you have to, or use the controls right here.
It's like maxed.
There's a, yeah.
This remote?
Yeah, you just use the volume on there.
Well, that's what you get. That's my fault. It was loud on my laptop. Sorry.
Your Discord's loud.
Is it your volume?
So my friend made this short little flash cut scene for how this was supposed to go. You got Bobble. He gets washed away down into the deep sea. And then this is my dev room. I'm just going to go over the quick ideas we had for this game. So you would be able to go around. You could put little bubbles down using your wand, only once once you're in the air. And you could coat your bubbles. So here I have red bubbles, which send you away like a Ness up B if you've ever played Smash. Can't reach it. This one shields you from the coral on the left. That kills you. So the idea behind this was to protect you. I'll use this to hop around. For now, dying to coral is just respawning. And then you would reach the end of a level, he'd float off, and the game would start again. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Our game is called Gum Gum Blast. I was a programmer for the game and worked on a bit of the UI. What's your name? Gage. Oopsies, sorry.
I'm Kyle. I did the programming for the player and for the pickups.
My name is Avery. I was sound design, music, and game design.
I am Anatolii. I did the game design, level design in the studio.
I'm Chris. I did the programming for the bubble.
I am Audrey. I did scripting for the obstacles and the checkpoints.
It's a 3D platformer, if we start it up real quick.
You got a remote right there for volume.
Which one's the volume?
Just say volume. Middle, top. Towards the top, middle. Here.
Touch that a little bit.
Yeah.
If you press escape real quick, you can open up the policy menu and in the settings, you can full screen. Yes. Press escape a couple times and resume. It eventually puts back up.
Wait, it's your job.
Here's the breakout. Okay. Then you would but yeah, there. Okay.
So, yeah, you can use the keyboard and mouse for this. Did that. But
it's because
there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can use the keyboard and mouse for it. I also put a controller support, so that works too. But basically, you have little gum packets that you can pick up. Just want a bubble, you bounce off.
It's very small, but you can see a progress bar at the bottom right. It tells you how many bubbles you got left. You can only shoot 3 at a time before you need the rest. Pick up the packets.
bubbles to jump up a little bit higher. Kind of thing like Yoshi or
Also, very important sound. Oh, good job. We didn't get the checkpoints for our game. Yeah, what you did good.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, textual. We'll go with that. Yeah. I know. Oh, well, first I gotta show up this. So first thing is so that if you hit the bubble from hit the bubble below, it just sends you straight down.
Yeah.
Depending on where you hit the bubble, it's where it sends you.
Based off the normal pace.
Yeah.
You can pass it.
Hey. I've seen this. Alright. Okay, basically what you have to do is time the bubble. Not yet. Could at least do one. Oh, right. Give me a second. Let it go back. Okay, now. What?
Oh, the ball just disappeared.
Okay, I can do this.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Other section here, but the collision doesn't work on this. So that's the end. Woo! Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello. We are created with Deep Breath. It's not up there yet. But essentially, Deep Breath is a little survival game that's just based on time, where you just go around and collect air bubbles to keep yourself alive underwater. I'm Daniel Groves. I did programming for a lot of the bubbles, and I did general game design.
My name's Deuce. I did programming and stuff.
My name's Alex. I did all the pixel art.
I'm Tristen. I did the UI.
Alright, we have a fully functioning, whatever this is called, main menu, including settings with music volumes and sound effects volumes that get stored. We also have two different themes. I don't know if you can hear them.
Through there.
Yeah,
I can turn it up. They can probably hear it up there.
We have a nice, like, peaceful one, and then we have, like, it puts you in, like, it's like a fire alarm, you know what I mean? Where it's like, get up, run away. It's pretty good. So as you play here, you are just entirely underwater trying to survive this crab. I don't So as you can see, you've got this breath meter that goes down, and you have to collect, well, that was a bad bubble, but there are different kinds of bubbles here. And they're filled with different gases, right? So the green ones are helium, and because you're now lighter, you get to move faster. There's sulfur hexafluoride ones that make you slower. There's oxyhydrogen ones that explode and launch you away. Blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a bunch of different kinds. And so you'll see that the crab just kind of goes around. He really likes popping bubbles. So the entire goal of the game is just to survive as long as you possibly can, which actually turns out to be not that easy because the main issue is differentiating which bubbles give you oxygen.
You can tell they are difficult.
Yeah, they all look.
Some of them are very simple.
Yeah. As you see in the top left, there's a score and a high score. And if any of you noticed, on the main menu there's a rankings thing. There's a functional leaderboard in this game. There's also a dash, which uses some of your oxygen to make you go faster. Let's see, where did all the crabs go?
Yeah.
It's like the first one, he was just there, and now they're gone.
Something else to note is that explosive bubbles, while they only spawn for 10% of the time, they do actively make the game harder, as in each one you hit does increase the amount of breath that you lose per second. Otherwise, the rate stays the same, but you have to explore this very large map. I think it was.
Found him.
I definitely think getting higher scores than these are possible. I don't know what the limit is, because the game scales in difficulty over time, and it eventually gets completely impossible.
Oh, yeah, more crabs will spawn the longer you go.
Yeah, the more crabs spawn, and you lose breath faster. And the rate at which bubbles spawn does not change. I'd be really interested if any of you can like figure out what the best score possible is. That'd be pretty interesting.
Are you challenging everybody in the room?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the house challenge coming soon. Gonna happen. All right, that's our game. Any questions? No. All right. There was like a.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Dave McCool. This is our project, Bubble Jam, or Bubble Quest. I thought his name. This is our wonderful team. Zach.
Hello, I'm Zach Smith. I did programming, level, a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alex Pontius. I'm kind of the art director and made sure a lot of the character concept art was done. Yeah, pretty much any 2D art was done by either me or Kylie.
I'm Logan Brown. I was a more back-end programmer. I implemented the dialogue management system for text, and I also created our UI.
I'm Connor Adkins. I did level design. It's the first one we floated to. My name is Caleb. I did the 3D art.
I'm Nick Harris. I did a lot of the dialogue writing and brainstorming for character concepts, as well as a small amount of art.
I am Kylie Kouba. I was a co-writer and an artist. I kind of just picked up the slack. My sister isn't here, but she helped with the 3D models as well.
And I think we're ready if you want to.
Yeah, there's a presentation.
I would like to, as you might notice, there's a lot of cameos. Yes, there is. One of the key features about this game is you go around and you talk to people. So I took it upon myself because I had the wonderful idea of, we've been on me and a bunch of other people have been on here for 4 years, some for less, and you might have been, participated in a game jam a time or two and noticed some things. For instance, I'm sure some of you might notice that little fella cow right there, and that catfish over there. Yeah. This project has about 4 or 5 cameos, especially with Jason, as you see, and yeah.
All right, so this is kind of the writing, so I'm gonna have Nick talk about this because it's kind of.
Me and Kylie kind of split up the work when it came to writing dialogue. Everyone got together initially and started brainstorming. People had wacky character ideas, people had serious character ideas, and we just put them in a little file and started getting at it.
So for like naming conventions, I feel like it was just whatever we thought was funniest, really. We based like a lot of the names on what the character we thought would look like. So like for a frog character, we named it Frogbert. Not really too much thinking there. It was just, it's funny. Let's name it that. Yeah, that's about.
When it came to dialogue, I did a lot of research. We had a few characters that used old slang, a few characters that used different forms of jargon. We had some characters that used specifically badly translated quotes. And so there was lots of research into the writing, and that helped increase our variety.
Yeah, so this game is all about variety. Even in the art style, you can tell, like, there's about 3 or 4 different art styles going on. It's kind of similar to, like, Dina or The Amazing World of Gumball, where there's not really anything set in stone. Our main goal was just to have an experience that left the player feeling a little bit happier at the end.
And when in the writing process, there are final checks. Obviously, there's grammar checks. There's checking that things would flow. There was checking that things would flash in the world building. And after all those final checks, we started on voice acting and implementing them into the game.
Yay, character concepts, my favorite thing ever. All right, so main goal of the characters, we wanted multiple different characters, multiple different varieties, multiple different artists, and multiple different characters with bubbly personalities. All right, let's get into those characters that we just talked about that we saw, maybe not all of them, but the characters on the title screen. This is Charlotte. She is your classic bratty child. She wants her candy. She comes from a rich family. And that's basically her whole persona in a nutshell. We're going to go through these kind of quick. Also, all these characters have voice actors and then an artist that went with them on the screen. So this is Erin. She is interesting. She's also Poppy Star. She's like a J-pop idol. All this 9 yards. Let's just say she's undercover, hiding in the woods in rural area outside the town, because there's a deranged fan who has sent her some interesting fan mail. This is Walter and William. They're twins. And
they're very upset about the cheese bubble incident.
Yeah.
They're very upset.
The cheese bubble's crazy.
Their stocks fell.
And these boys were fun to write for because they finish each other's sentences. So every sentence structure, you would give about half of the sentence and then finish it with the other guy.
Here's Frogbert. As you heard about earlier, we love Frogbert. I honestly don't know much about his character because I didn't come up with his design.
He's just a punny guy.
He's just a punny little frog.
He ends his sentences in ribbon.
Yeah.
Chadwick. I love Chadwick, and I hated Chadwick at the same time while designing him. And I had to have my friend Emily, who is also Kylie's older sister, voice act him because I thought it would be hilarious, and it definitely is, and I can't wait. I hopefully think, is that in the game?
We'll find out.
Anyways, that's besides the point. Okay, so remember Charlotte? This is her butler. He really hates being her butler. And I do not blame him at all. So hopefully he can figure that out. Remember that fan too? Here's him. He's pretty cool. He's really scary looking, in my opinion. I especially like the light stick, and I think it adds to the J-pop idol-esque of Poppy Star. Spudson.
Some of you engineering students may recognize this. You could call this another cameo. This fine potato feller. He talks about Linux. He's very fond of Linux and very not a fan of the bloatware title Windows.
It's a rock with googly eyes. He's also in the world.
He can't talk, he just makes noises.
Yeah, he's just like rock noises. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the hat. He's just here. He decided to join the game. But that's basically it for him. Okay, he's kind of important. So we got the Hobo Wizard. He doesn't really have a name. He's just the Hobo Wizard. And you'll learn a little bit about him when we actually play the game. Because that's all you need to know about him right now.
So this is the first of our many cameos, actual ones. A few years ago, the team of East Coast Rats from a bunch of alumni, they got together and in their game, I think 2 years ago, they I'm assuming with permission from Jason, they put his face on a default Unity or like sphere, and they called it the Jorb. So he's making a return here. This is the catfish from our lovely women making games. If you want to learn about this guy, go play catfish. Go play catfish. Here are the feudalism cow bros. We have cow IRL, we have big hoss, and we have cow. These three you'll find out in the rural area. They're just hanging out, and they'll drop you nuggets of wisdom. Here's Puppet Guy, once again from our, I completely forgot to say, this is from our lovely Cows with Keyboards group, them guys over there. If you want to learn about feudalism, go play feudalism. This one, once again, by Women Making Games. Puppet Guy, go play Puppet Show.
Yes.
You can learn more about it. And then, of course, we have Cursor Coon. This was from a year or two ago. And this was from Black Hole Ending, I believe. Yeah. Go play in the state if you want to learn more about Cursor Coon.
Einstein! Okay, so this is my ESA. This is my dog. His name's Ein. But his name in the game is fully Einstein, and that is, I call that his he's in trouble name. He gets called Einstein. But he voices himself, and also Connor is his human voice actor. Oh, and Nick cut it out for me at Photoshop. Woo! And here's our credits for who did what and what was going on. And it's also in game.
Then, of course, we also have special credits. Once again, special credits to the Jordan, Catfish, Feudalism, Cowbros.
Citations are the best.
And we also got a free bubble shader from Yui Kinomoto. Would you like to EXE it?
Do you want me to switch to?
No, it's already open.
Okay. Okay.
Credits first, you can go back.
Oh.
We're broken.
That's fine.
Anyways.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have? Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Let's go talk to the bubble.
Is the audio up?
So, we didn't mention this. We probably should have. You're inside a bubble. The concept of this game is very much about you being inside of a bubble and you deciding whether or not that's a good thing for you. I'm not going to say any more about that because that's really kind of up to how you read the dialogue. So go play it yourself. But yeah, that's
Good
why
day, bubble connoisseur. How goes the venture?
You better to read
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's fine. All right, my bad. All right, so it's been an interesting day, and that isn't a good thing.
Why the long face? At least you are not employed to serve as an insolent brat. And at minimum wage, no less. To think I tolerate such slander.
Oh, let's see. You must do what you can to make a living, my friend.
Sadly, you're truly wise, my bubbled acquaintance. I will tolerate what I must for my loved ones.
All right, let's go find another one. So I believe Connor, do you wanna talk about this? Talk about this area?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the town. There's not too much special about it. It's just theme's bubble, so we went for some very soft visuals. The core idea of the game was that you're just exploring, talking to bubbly characters on your quest to find the only sharp object to pop the bubble that you are encased in.
Why is
Sup, Bubble Bro?
Maybe
I'm
I'll
totally
freely
bored
one day
right
and leave all my cares behind.
I need something that's gonna get my adrenaline pumping, dude! You gotta get that buzz, broski, and I gotta get them views.
We're not gonna talk about it.
If you can't just ignore the desynced audio, it's a work in progress. Why would you want that?
What's up, Adrenaline Gang? Today, we're asking this total space case what muscle pumping hustle we're destroying today. So what totally slamming exercise do we got?
It's all off.
They got out of order.
Yeah.
Bro, you're joshing me right now. God. Alright, my pain is gain, peeps. Let's see what we got. Lol, my friend here just took a major trip.
Yeah. He does have a lot of that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
He just.
Yeah. Thank you to my sponsors. That's what he says.
While we're walking away, I would like to mention that the way that these guys talk was built for a system in which you don't go up to multiple people and talk to them. So we're kind of finagling together a system that was designed to handle a lot of people talking in a specific order, and we're using it to make anyone talk whenever you talk to them. Which is why some of the dialogue is not synced.
Yeah.
You didn't talk to him.
We do not talk to
We don't need to talk to everyone.
Yeah. Show them the.
Yeah.
You don't need to show. So all of these, there's plenty more characters. Please go explore the area. You will find many around. Turn around and find the city you just came from. Yeah. So we'll go talk with Charlotte, which somebody had forgotten to update. All right, so we just got the player interacting with Charlotte. Reminder: this is the same character who had her butler, and the butler ran off. You want to give her a rundown of the story?
Yeah, so basically what she's talking about in here is her butler gone. She's really upset that he's gone. But if you talk to her back in the city, you get a little bit of her real personality feeling. She's a brat. She's really mad that she can't have candy from the store, and he told her no. And she basically goes on to say her family's rich, and then, like, I can give you all the money you want. If you go buy me candy, just give me candy. And she gets really mad about it, and she, like, cries and runs away. But not actually. In a nutshell.
Cows.
Moo.
Moo.
Oh. I love the cow tree.
Stick figure one is he's just eating.
Those who arrive to the field get the freshest grain.
Oh, it's so
Can turn it up.
Even the mightiest of bulls can falter to the smallest of herding dogs.
So as you can see here, these are the cows. They drop nuggets of wisdom.
Your grain feared not the dust of fire.
They also talk a lot. They also talk a lot. If you please go explore the area, talk to everybody.
If for nothing else, to see all the writing that was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
A lot of voice acting too.
A lot of voice acting.
That we did this morning.
Yeah, I believe we were in there for 2 hours. Varying out.
I mean, that's pretty much just ran like it.
Yeah.
That's the game. I cried over many text files. Yes.
Alright. Do we want to show what the credits are?
Yeah, you can.
He does.
Pull it up.
Like, yeah, no. Okay. I was just going to show off the credits real quick because I forgot to do that at the beginning. And there we go.
Credits.
So we have our credits there, and then we also have our guests.
There's
Yep. All right.
Yay.
get some little items. And we have rooms specific to each type of items. There's food, water, and medicine. And you're going to stock up as much as you can. You see there's a timer at the end. That's when our asteroid is going to hit.
Yeah. And we went with the second definition bubble. I literally pulled it up on my phone and went, hey guys, it sounds interesting because it describes a bubble as what Hannah said, safe environment protecting you from an unsafe outside. So as you're progressing through the game and you're collecting these lovely assets made by your environmental modeler, you start to notice that the game starts to get a little crazy as the timer starts to tick down as well. But
yeah, we start shaking. The sky changes colors. I made a shader, guys. I finally did it. I was brave. I made a sky shader. It's not that crazy. It mostly just changes from blue to red. But like, it's pretty cool looking.
And our lovely texture artist for Will. What did you want to do with the texture art for the game? What was the style that you chose?
Just kind of cartoony, just like the kids drawing almost a little bit.
Yeah, illustrator. We wanted to give it soft, cutesy vibes to go with the soft modeling style. We wanted to keep it low poly and playable without the swag.
We can see our dino friends. All of the other NPC dinos are AI made by Erin. They're AI. We have AI in our game. Throwing that out there. How much time we got left?
50 seconds.
Have you gathered the other dinosaurs?
Okay, we shall now attempt to do that.
Yeah.
You can mostly
Also, considering
grab.
why are you picking up bananas?
Don't worry about it.
It's food.
And
You're
they're
hungry.
food.
There's like an asteroid.
He's in my way! You're getting in this dome whether you like it or not.
Let the
Oh, he's stuck on me.
Yeah, and the
It's fine, it's fine.
and there's kind of like
Okay.
there's kind of a balancing act with the other dinos too, because the more dinos you have, the more mouths you have to feed. But then some of them have expertise where it's like, this one's going to help my water last longer because he knows how to clean it. This one knows how to cook, so he's going to make my food last longer. And here we go. You have to be in your dome when the asteroid comes down. There it goes. And now it's kind of turned into this wasteland. There's not as much food spawning. Our water's all dirty and dried up now, so pick it up. And now you see our timer is counting up, and your goal at this point is just go as long as you can.
If we were to develop this further, basically you'd have multiple different dino species to choose from, and they all have complete different tasks. We had like ideas for a farming dinosaur that would help manage continuous food supply, a mechanic that would repair the dome, as we looked into possibly making a dome deterioration happen over time as well, with disasters happening while you're trying to survive, just to make it more engaging and progress in difficulty as you're playing. But yeah, so it's kind of a strategy point at that point. Once you learn what all the dinosaurs rules are and you're able to recognize them on the map, it's a matter of carefully selecting your team before time runs out, and also making sure you're still gathering supplies before the meteor hits.
That about wraps it up. And you either die by, well, first being outside when the asteroid hits, or if your base health, which is that little house, goes all the way down, your dome is destroyed, you can die that way. Or if all 3 of your food, water, and medicine bars go down, the game is out.
Where's the chef at? Oh, he's over here.
There you go.
I'm gonna make them kiss.
Oh,
while we wait to die.
He's walking away.
How do you repair your baits?
You collect amber
Yeah,
from
the
trees.
Oh.
Just not quite working in this version. In the Global Game Jam. Wow. The GTG website said nuh-uh, and we can't update it. And then Hannah's computer also said nuh-uh.
Yeah.
So we couldn't play our version.
This is uploaded to the Global Game Jam website, but if you want to play the less buggy, more updated version, it's on our itch. Hooray! And you died, and it gives you your stats. Yippee. Your fault, thanks. big, but he's very mighty. Enjoy. Thank you guys.
Hello, my name is Maya Westermiller. I did a solo project for the Game Jam this time. And the game I did was one of the first ideas I thought of when I heard the theme was actually like answer bubbles on a test, like answer sheet. So I based a game around that. I call it Test Your Time. And yeah, the main gameplay loop, some of you may recognize. So yeah, it's basically a Peggle, yes. All the assets, like the art assets, I actually created in Photoshop. The music you're hearing, as well as, I'm not sure if it's really coming through, but the sound effects upon hitting the pegs, I found those on Open Game Art. I listed those on the game page. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not very good at text.
Okay.
ball does get stuck, because it can very easily get stuck there between a few pegs, or bubbles in this case, is I have it set up so like after 10 or so hits, the bubble just disappears on its own. Yeah. Hardest part about this was actually just creating the game. The level design was fairly easy. You just drag and drop them. And as you can see here, each level has its own title, and it keeps track of the number of shots you used. Because I didn't really have time to implement a limited shots. Or at the very least, I didn't have time by the time. But yeah, basically, only texture you're seeing that I didn't make was the little wood grain, the desk. Everything else, including like the pencil, I decided to make from scratch in Photoshop because I couldn't find a good transparent image. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty like addicting a little bit. Yes, it goes up in pitch up to a certain point, kind of like actual text. And I had a little fun with some of the staging. Battlefield.
One of them's gotta go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stuck in here.
It can actually go through the things.
Like there.
Right there. I'm not sure why. I think it probably has something to do with like the angle it's coming at and the speed just whizzing right by it. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Yeah, this isn't a very good one. I've done it in like Yay! And then the last level I decided, you know what, let's go all in on the main extra bubble. Yeah!
Bubbleception.
Just a few bubbles. Bubbles made of bubbles. I did have plans to implement the more flat bubbles that, like, in Peggle it would be like a power slide you could do. But I ran out of time for that. in the future, I will work on this or add that in. And then be sure. Congratulations, you filled in all the answer bubbles. You also failed the test because you weren't supposed to do that. You were only supposed to fill in the right ones. But hey, you had the opportunity. Why not take it? Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think you made all of the assets in Photoshop. What does the test on the side say? Like, unblurred.
What is the powerhouse of the set? And it has chlorophyll, mitochondria, nucleus, Tanzania.
Tanzania, final answer.
And then just an unfinished second question. But yeah, that's my game.
Hello, my name is Jana Madden. I did all the art for the game, for this game. Being I worked solo for this game jam. My game's called Thought Bubble Bunny. Basically, you play as a bunny that uses speech bubbles to defeat evil thought bubbles. Hey,
You good?
There's the credits. Yeah, I didn't make the music, but I did voice the little bunny and some of the enemy sounds. It's just it's just a simple little one of these kinds of games called. And you basically just go until you lose all your oh yeah. The little clocks do slow down the enemies, and then cookies give you more health. So that slows them down. The other things just give you more points.
What are they called?
Yeah. Because the idea being that the speech bubbles are like words of affirmation against the bad thoughts, and so all the collectibles are ways to take care of yourself, like eating and drinking food,
Water,
and giving yourself time.
You must eat soap to survive. Come on, guys. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah. Oh, and making sure you get plenty of sleep. That's what this is.
Is the custom cursor just for flair?
No, it's just a flare.
I love custom cursors.
I just thought it would look cool.
You can close that.
That's just like,
And then you can also pause. Has a little instructions as well. Yay! Yeah, it's simple.
You good? Thank you.
Yeah.
Real quick thank yous if I could before I let you guys go. Could we get a thank you for Travis? He does. And second thank you is to you guys. You guys, your passion.